So the Georgia Bulldogs are coming off of their back-to-back national championship wins, but you know it's never too early to start looking ahead to next year. And with the Georgia Bulldogs having the second best recruiting class in the class of 2023, I want to go over my top 5 freshmen who I think can make an immediate impact for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Leave the video a like, comment down below who's your favorite freshman, and hit that subscribe button.
Starting it off, my 5th favorite recruit that you guys brought in the class of 2023 is 4-star running back Roderick Robinson, standing at 6'1", 230 pounds. This dude is a bowling ball with some wheels though. As you can see, he can get up and go when he needs to. With you guys having a more depleted running back core after this year, a couple of you guys are going pro. Overall, Georgia needs to restack that RB room, and bringing in a guy like Roderick Robinson is a phenomenal 3-down back. This is a guy who's gonna more than be able to take the punishment of a 250 to 300 carry season. This guy can handle the workload of an SEC running back. He can handle the physicality of an SEC running back while also bringing you dynamic speed. I mean, for him to be 230 and to be able to move the way that he does, he has great vision, elusiveness, and then he has that top end acceleration that you just simply don't see from bigger power backs. To me, he's going to be a phenomenal Georgia running back. This guy is one of my favorite running backs in the class overall, and the fact that he's going to Georgia, it just makes it that much better. This is going to be that guy that I'm telling y'all, he reminds me of, he's similar to Todd Gurley, just not as elusive. He's a little bit bigger than Todd Gurley was, but he's got that perfect blend of physicality with speed and athleticism. I haven't seen a whole lot of him catching the ball to the backfield, so if he's able to establish himself as a consistent target out of the backfield in the receiving game, that's what's going to make him a truly elite SEC level running back. So the next guy that is a huge pickup that I could see giving you immediate playing time is 4-star tight end Lawson Luckie. As we should have all seen, Brock Bowers has been a dynamic tight end and receiving threat for you guys since his true freshman year, and I think that you guys got another Brock Bowers-esque tight end in Lawson Luckie. This guy is 6'4", 225 pounds. He gives you that very similar frame and just play style to a Brock Bowers, maybe a little bit smaller, but I mean, Georgia's been tight end you these past couple of years. I mean, you guys still got Eric Gilbert there. You still gonna have Brock Bowers there for another year. You guys are bringing in the #1 tight end next year. Georgia just knows how to properly use their tight ends. I think that Lawson Luckie is going to be able to give you some quality playing time as a true freshman. Obviously, with Brock Bowers and Eric Gilbert still being there, he's not going to get as many touches, but as we should have all seen, Georgia likes to use their tight ends. They like to use multiple tight ends. So I think that having a guy like Lawson Luckie is going to be a phenomenal addition. And I think he's going to give you some quality playing time and give you some different looks on the offensive side of the ball. Even if you use him as a blocker just like that, he's gonna add so much dynamicism to the running game, especially having that guy Roderick Robinson. Hey, Georgia's good. Georgia's absolutely set up. As long as they get their quarterback situations taken care of, they could very easily run a 3-peat. Now switching it over to the defensive side of the ball, my 3rd favorite freshman for the Georgia Bulldogs that I think could give you immediate playing time is 4-star linebacker Troy Bowles. This guy absolutely flies out here, and Bink, sit him down. This dude brings that. He personifies that Georgia Bulldog defensive mentality. He flies around. He hits hard. He can cover in space. This guy, he's going to be giving you a very similar play style to a Harold Perkins for LSU. This guy can flat out cover. He can do everything that you're looking for from a linebacker. He doesn't necessarily have the biggest frame. He's about 5'11", 190, 200, but he more than makes up for it with his tenacity, his overall aggressiveness, and his just overall utility as a defensive player. I mean, as you can see, he's straight running through face masks out here. But this guy, I think that he could be, there's another linebacker we're going to take a look at a little bit later on in the video, but I think that him as a true freshman, I think that the 2 freshman linebackers that we take a look at could very easily get quality playing time and be true impact freshmen for the Georgia Bulldogs. Next up, the Bulldogs got 6'4", 315-pound man-child Jordan Hall. This dude is a 5-star defensive lineman, and I think out of all the guys that we covered, I think him and Roderick Robinson have the best chance of being truly full-time starters as freshmen. I mean, this guy, You're seeing the tape. He's 6'4", 315, moving like he's a $125. Like, his speed is insane for his size. And we should all know that Georgia knows how to use their big defensive linemen. So he's gonna go out there. They're gonna put him in positions to win. They're gonna surround him with other just dogs. I think that Jordan Hall is going to be the biggest impact freshman for the Georgia Bulldogs. All my Bulldog fans, pay attention to the spring game, because Jordan Hall's name should be getting called a ton. I mean, just look at how, like, seriously, look at how quickly he gets into the backfield right here. Split that and come here. Like, you should not be able to move that fast when you're that big. And last but certainly not least, I think the guy that's going to match up and pair up with Troy Bowles is going to be none other than 5-star linebacker Raylen Wilson. I think he and Troy Bowles, if they're able to be a combo as true freshmen, they could be one of the most dangerous freshman linebacker duos we have ever seen. I mean, look at the speed that he has. The number one thing that when you're looking at this Georgia linebacker recruiting class in 2023, it is flat out speed. All these guys are running sub 4.55. All these guys are just absolute. They can cover, they can hit, they bring, like, there's just no weaknesses in these guys' game. They're the new style of linebacker. These guys that can just cover in space, they can hit. Like, Raylen Wilson and Troy Bowles, I think they're going to be just such phenomenal linebackers for the Georgia Bulldogs, especially with Georgia. Georgia's defensive philosophy always puts their best players in great positions to win. And so I think with just how dominant Georgia's defensive line is, they're going to be causing a lot of just very bad passes or just quick passes that need to get out. And that's where having quick linebackers like Raylen Wilson and Troy Bowles is going to come into handy, because it's like, okay, if the quarterback can only throw slants, but then you have linebackers that can cover those slants and they can jump on them, all of a sudden you're getting a bunch of pick sixes. Overall, Georgia's absolutely primed and locked and loaded to run the three-peat. So those are my 5 freshmen that I believe are going to be the biggest impact freshmen for the Georgia Bulldogs heading into the 2023-2024 season. I think out of all of them, Jordan Hall has to be the guy that is going to be making the biggest impact. I mean, to be 6'4", 315, and to have the explosiveness that he does, I just think it's undeniable. You're going to have to put him somewhere in that starting rotation, the defensive lineman, and just let him absolutely shine. The second closest guy I think is going to be Roderick Robinson. I think with Georgia losing a good chunk of their running back talent this year, I think that he's going to step in. He's a bigger framed running back. I think he's going to very easily transition over to the SEC running style. He already has that one cut and go mentality. I think that those two guys on the offense and defense side of the ball are going to be the biggest impact freshmen for the Georgia Bulldogs. But I want to hear from all my Georgia Bulldog fans. Who do you guys think is going to be your biggest impact freshman on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball? Be sure to this video a like and comment down below who your guys' picks for the top freshmen in this class, as well as hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of the 5 videos that we drop on the channel. We'll be keeping you up to date with everything college football related, so hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications. And with all that being said, I love and appreciate each and every single last one of you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.